Hello everyone, welcome to Magickal Me. I'm Jamie Mendez, spiritual intuitive and oracle, and I am here with my weekly Moonday Oracle Message. Now this is a reading for the world as a collective's highest and greatest good. It is a reading for the week of June 4th, 2019. And so it's really a message just to assist us with knowing what we need to know for the energy of the week. How we can best maneuver through the energy of the week if there's an undercurrent or a theme. It gives us basically that heads up and an awareness of what is going on, which, when things happen, it really does tell you or give you a little bit of direction or insight into how to deal with a situation or approach a situation. So that's why I do the readings, to basically give us that awareness, to help us to take our power into our own hands and not really move through this blindly. It does also assist us with going with the flow of the energy versus trying to swim against the current, if you will. So I use my oracle cards as well as my own intuitive abilities to call forth a message of higher guidance for all of us as one. So this is not personal, individualized readings that I am doing here today, though I do offer private personal readings if you're interested. You can always message me, check out my services on my page and see the different types of readings that I offer, as well as the different types of healing sessions that I also offer. And all of the readings and healing sessions are able to be done both in person as well as remotely. So I see a couple of you starting to pop in. Hello, Heather and Lynette. Before I really continue to go on, I'm just going to see if I could get you ladies' feedback. Can you hear and see me okay? You just never know, being outside, it's beautiful. I jump on the opportunity when I get to, but you never know with the internet connection and the sound quality, so I just want to make sure all is well. Yeah, I'm so happy you did, Heather. I don't often get to see you these days, so I'm glad that you're here. So just so, a little bit more insight for those that are new to my page with this reading, it's really just a generalized message for all of us to understand what's going on for the week, the energy of the week. And it just, while we all are going through our own journeys and we are all individuals, we are still a one consciousness. So that means that wherever you are in the world, wherever you're at in your life, if you're here tuning in, there is no such thing as a coincidence. It is divine synchronicity. And so you find yourself here, there's a reason for that. There's more than likely something that you're going to resonate with in this reading. So how this message affects you might resonate with someone completely different, but resonate it does. So it's a beautiful thing when you set the intention for all of us to receive something as one, yet unique. Hi, Lauren and Julie. Welcome. Okay, thank you, Heather. I'm glad. Thank you. Thanks, Lynette. All right, yeah, just let me know at any time if it starts to get, patchy, or, if anybody starts having problems hearing or seeing. Hopefully, we're going to set the intention that all goes well with no interruptions. So I'm talking a little bit about now, before I go into the actual reading, I like to do the news and any events that we have coming up. I also like to discuss the energy, and then I pull the cards. I do a card for the message of the week, and then I do a mudra card for us all to do together, and it is the mudra for the week, and I'll talk more about mudras when we get there. Okay, so what's going on this week at Magickal Me? Also over at Oracles of the Light, as most of you know that I do have a business with two of my soul sisters, Karen and Lindsay, and together we are the Oracles of the Light. So you can check out our page if you have not already. We do integrate, events and things. So you can, either way you'll find the stuff if you're here or over there. So really, the month of June, we don't have too much going on because we have decided to bring back our trademark reading roulette. So we did create an event for it. It does start this Thursday. We're going to be offering reading roulette every Thursday for the month of June. So this time, though, we've decided to mix it up a bit, and we've decided to actually purchase a wheel. Instead of using the cauldron that we normally use to pull our names out, we've actually gotten a roulette wheel. And we have, so it's going to work a little differently this time, but it's going to be much, I don't know if I'm going to say much more fun, but it's going to be a lot more at stake, if you will. So how reading roulette works, really briefly. So we ask for a $15 love exchange or offering for these readings. That is an incredible discount compared to our normal readings. I see Lauren says I keep glitching. I'm going to try to reload. Hello, Noreen. Welcome. Blessings, and thank you for being here. I'm not sure if everybody's having a problem or if it is just a couple of you. So if you could let me know how your quality of sound and video is. I'm a little further away from my house. So if need be, I can always get a little closer. So just let me know. So reading roulette is really, it's a way for you to receive either an oracle guidance reading, or this time we're throwing something different into the mix, and we are also offering the opportunity to get a chakra healing. So it is, it's actually going to be 1 or 2 chakras, so it is not all chakras. So how we're going to do that is basically you get to, for $15, you get to spin the wheel. Depending on what comes up in the wheel, you'll get either an oracle guidance reading or you'll get a chakra healing crystal grid. So how the chakra crystal grid works is we're actually going to pull a chakra from the mudra decks that I'm working with, and we're going to see which chakra is most in need of energy work or your attention. So your oracle is the next spin to see which oracle is actually going to either be doing your reading or doing your chakra healing. So that oracle will then tune in on their own time, and you guys will discuss this afterwards after you purchase your reading. Your oracle will then tune in to your which chakra came out for you live on air, and privately they will create a crystal healing grid specifically geared for that particular chakra or chakras. And so they're going to basically open up a energetic portal, if you will, and remotely send healing to you through that chakra. Now this is also a very intuitive process. So anything that the oracle picks up, now when I say the oracle, it's between myself, my partner Karen, and my other partner Lindsay. So all 3 of us will be offering either readings or these chakra healings. So anything intuitive that gets picked up during the actual healing of that particular chakra, your oracle will put together a message and send it over to you so that you have all of that information, along with your custom crystal grid picture, so that you can actually look at it, and it serves as an activation, so that as you look at that crystal grid, it actually is working through time and space, and it is actually activating or facilitating any work that needs to occur with that particular chakra. So it's really potent, and it's different than anything that we've really been offering before. All right. Lynette says, I'm right next to my Wi-Fi, nothing on your end. Okay, great. Thanks, hon. Hi, Brianna. Hello, Liz. Welcome. So the information is posted in the event for the reading roulette. It does start this Thursday. I believe Thursday is the 6th, if I'm not mistaken. So at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Karen and myself will be live, not here on Magickal Me. We'll be over on Oracles of the Light. So make sure you head on over and give our page a like if you haven't already done that. This way you can ensure that you get notified when we do go live. But again, check out that, hit going or interested on the event, and it will notify you as well. Okay. So again, you'll get to spin. So it's all up to fate. We're calling it the Wheel of Fate. And also listed on that Wheel of Fate are some wild cards and prize options. Okay. Hi, Dawn. Thank you so much, hon. So prize and wild cards. So the wild cards, so the way that this is going to work, I'm just going to give you a run through of this quick scenario because it's hard to tell you without really going through it. So anyone who donates $15 to participate in reading roulette over at Oracles of the Light, you'll get to spin the wheel, and your oracle, well, the oracles will spin the wheel for you live. If you hit wild card or prize on your first spin, then you will not only get to choose from the chakra healing or the reading, but you will also get either that wild card, which will be a 1-card bonus message online. So it'll be whatever cards that we're working with. So it could be a message from angels, it could be a message from crystals, it could be a message from the elementals. It's very different each time and each week. So that's the wild card. If you get the prize, well, then we have lots of different things that we are actually going to be giving away between myself, Karen, and Lindsay, and we'll announce those later. But between crystals, candles, different little trinkets and whatnot, all spiritual themed. So it's a really a fun way to gain some really cool stuff for only $15. So if you hit on your first spin, you do get a second spin. And then the second spin is either whether for you to see whether you get the oracle guidance reading or whether to see if you get the chakra healing grid. Okay, so that's how it will work. And then lastly, the wheel will be spun once more to see which oracle will be working with you. All of this will be done privately off air. The healings, the readings, it will all be done off air except for the wild cards and the actual spinning. Okay, so check out the event. Tune in live with us on Thursday evening at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time to see how it works. You can sit back, watch around, see if you like it, if you get it. And if you want to participate, you can jump in live at any time. You can also go ahead and get your name at the top of the list by sending over the donations earlier in advance. Just send us a message letting us know that you did, and we'll get your name on the list. Okay? I think I covered that all. I'll go over it again on Thursday. All right, so anything else that's going on? In June 14th, we actually have our next Magical Minds group. This is a youth group. Karen and myself work with children from the ages of 11 to 18 years old, and we get them together on one Friday a month to really just hang out, have fun, play games. We do teach them some spiritual things to assist them in their everyday life. Mindfulness, meditation, working with crystals that learn how to help ground their energy, teach them about their energy and how when it's not grounded, they find themselves a little all over the place, having a hard time concentrating, shielding their energy from others, from potential bullies. So we do a lot of work with these kids, and you know, we have a blast doing it. Pre-registration is required. The event is created on Oracles of the Light, so check it out if you're interested in your 11 through 18-year-old and potentially joining. It is something that is done in person. We are located in Wilsonboro, Easton, Pennsylvania. So yes, so if you're interested, feel free to go ahead and check that out. Hi, Caitlin. Yeah, you are. Divine timing, as always, Dawn. So next we have Reiki Level 1 training and certification course and Reiki Level 2. So I'm offering Level 1, I believe it is, if I'm not mistaken, June 23rd. It's a Sunday. But the events are created here on Magickal Me, so check it out if you're interested. So I'm actually a certified Reiki Master teacher, and I have been practicing Reiki since 2008. And I am a huge advocate for learning how to work with energy healing. And the reason being is because it transforms not only your own life, but the life of those around you. And as we ourselves step into a place of activation, awakening, and awareness, we begin to facilitate the change and the healing of all of those around us and the planet. So it's really about starting with you. So if you have not heard of Reiki energy healing, you can check out the event on my page. I have posted in the event a vast amount of information on what it actually is and the first degree and what it actually teaches you. So it teaches you all about the chakras. It's really a hands-on healing system. And again, it was life-changing for me. And I feel like Reiki complements any other healing modality that's out there. So learning how to take your healing, your life, and your power into your own hands, this is just the beginning of life transformation. So check that out. And for those of you who are already certified in level 1, I'm teaching the next level, which is the distant or remote healing level, level 2. And I'm teaching that, I believe, June 30th. It's also a Sunday. So again, these are in-person classes only. I do not teach this online. There is a very powerful ritual and activation that occurs through the passing of the attunement through the master to the student. So I'm very much about in-person only. I do not teach that online. But if you're interested, you can absolutely find more information on the events on my page. Hi, Donna and Gina. Welcome. You ladies, I'm just still going through the events for June, and I think that's pretty much it. I don't think I left anything out. But again, Reading Roulette is going on for 4 weeks, every Thursday for the month of June, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, live on Oracles of the Light, and we're going to be having a blast. So even if you just want to come and hang out with us and see the new remix roulette and how it's going to work, feel free to do so. Hello, Deb. Welcome. I'm so happy that you made it. Thank you. Okay. So the energy. Let's move that. Let's move to that. New moon was yesterday, and it was the new moon in Gemini. So let's take out the zodiac and just go into new moon for anybody who's not familiar. So every month, we all are familiar with how the moon becomes full. But a lot of people aren't familiar with the other phases of the moon. And another one of the most important phases of the moon is when the moon is new. So when the moon is full, it's actually at its height or peak of power. I like to liken it to a woman and her being pregnant, where she is really at her fullness there, her full potential, that mother phase, if you will. And then after the full moon, the moon actually begins to wane and decrease in energy. And it actually prepares for the death of itself, if you will. Just like we go through in life, we move into our crone or wise one phase, and we prepare to, transform or transcend this life and move into the next part of our journey. So at the time of the new moon, it actually is the time where the moon is void of any light and the moon is rebirthed through the darkness. And so it is a time of planting new seeds, thinking about what goals that you want to set for the coming month. We focus on a 1-month cycle, so taking it new moon to new moon is all about putting your intentions out there, watching them grow and increase in energy over the waxing period of the moon, which is the 2-week period building back up to that full moon. And then the full moon being that time of completion and the empowerment and really putting things out there into the universe, what you've been working towards. So new moons are very significant. Hi, Angela. Welcome. Thank you for being here. So yesterday was a new moon, and it was a perfect time, and we are still in that energy, everybody, so you can still work towards planting those seeds. What I like to do is I actually like to get a notebook every new moon, and a lot of my students know this. I teach them about this whole manifesting thing and how it works. So manifesting, first of all, let me just say that it works through not only setting your intention, but it works through what you are in alignment with to receive. So if you're trying to manifest something really big, but there's like 10 steps in between getting to it, you're not going to be able to manifest it overnight. However, what it does allow you to do is start moving the wheel of life closer to those stepping stones to manifest the steps that are necessary in order to achieve, right? So when you're manifesting, it's also about moving yourself into alignment with what you're trying to create. So that's important, and it's a very powerful thing because it's helping you to shift and grow and move. But also, it's about gratitude. So the way that the universe works is through gratitude and being in the here and now, being in the present moment. When we're trying to create or manifest something into our life, we lose sight of that sometimes, that we're supposed to be here in the moment because we're so focused on the big picture. We're so focused on the future. We're actually telling our higher selves in the universe that we're not happy with what we have and where we are at currently. Does that mean that you're not supposed to want anything? No, absolutely not. But it's also important to be grateful and in gratitude for what you already have in your life. So working with manifesting, I like to take a notebook. I like to set an intention, not one that's so crazy. I really like to set one that's a little bit near future, because I work new moon to new moon, so a 1-month cycle. So I set an intention for something that I would like to achieve within the month or within the next coming months. When I set that intention, I state it as though it has happened, and that's how I plant my seed. And then every day on that notebook, I date it, June 2nd, June 3rd, June 4th, and I write what I am grateful for that day. So it forces me to take a really good look at myself, take a really good look at my life, and be appreciative for those beautiful things that I already have. I'm looking because a beautiful bird just landed right next to me on my, oh, she flew away, on, I have like a trellis, like a big archway trellis, and it's maybe not even 15 feet from me. A large bird just landed right on top of it and sat here. So spirit messages. So yes, so it really does allow you to be grateful and appreciative of where you are. And when you are happy and just focusing on the here and now, the universe sees, or your higher self sees, that you are where you need to be, and that you are accepting of where you are and for everything that you have. And then doors begin to open, especially because you're not even paying attention anymore. You set that intention and you walked away, and you just focused on the gratitude every day. So it's a really great time to start putting things into motion right now. We are also in the sign of Gemini. The moon has shifted into the zodiac of Gemini. Gemini is the twin, and so it's often to me about balance, bringing balance into your life, because the actual symbol for Gemini is the Roman numeral looking 2, or it also looks like an 11 or a doorway. So it's all about balance and bringing your life up into alignment and into balance. So think about your life in terms of scales and weighing the good with the bad. And what is going on within your life right now that may be out of balance? What is going on within yourself that may be out of balance? So this is a great time to focus on the releasing of that which is out of balance, and trying to focus your energy now on bringing it into balance and what you can do to achieve that. Also, Gemini is associated with communication. And so I actually pulled Archangel Gabriel today in my own personal cards. And Gabriel is throat chakra, also about communication. And I do believe Mercury, if I'm not mistaken, Angie Walters, we were talking this morning, and she mentioned that Mercury moved into Gemini. So Mercury is also throat chakra and communication, as well as travel. So it does make for some good stuff right now. Speaking up, communicating your truth, communicating your needs. This is how we put things into action. And thoughts are fantastic. But why I like to write things down is because it is a safe way for me to express myself, but I've created it into the physical world. So I've taken it from my brain or my thoughts, and I've put it into the physical on a piece of paper. So it does help to manifest it in the physical world. Now, another way that you can do that is actually vocalizing it, stating your intention, speaking your truth to another, communicating your needs. So it's really an important time for getting real specific and speaking up about what you want to create for yourself. Okay? That wasn't really short, but I hope that it got the job done and got to the point there. Hello, Anna. Hi, Judy. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you both for being here. I hope that everybody is having a wonderful day. And look at that, my lovely Rachel. Welcome. Thanks for being here, sweetheart. So now you're in perfect timing, because we're talking about the moon phases, and I've decided to work with the Queen of the Moon Oracle. And this is by Stacey DeMarco. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the message for the week and see what message or guidance comes up for us all, if I haven't already done it. And then I will get to the mudra and we'll work together with that. Okay. So how's everybody's week going? How's everybody's weather been? Because I know that we've had beautiful days like today, but they've been short and sweet because we've had thunderstorm after thunderstorm after thunderstorm. We've had so much rain that I don't know if it was connected to it or not. But yesterday, most of you know, if you read my status, I was not able to do Moon Day because one of my pipes burst in my basement. And it wasn't burst to the point that it could have been really catastrophic, but it was spraying, like misting water everywhere for at least a good day before we figured that out. So lots of water, lots of getting rid of boxes so they don't get moldy. But I thought that it was a very interesting message because I always like to, and I know I'm going to get off topic again, but it's important. I always like to look at a house symbolism as a person's body, or as your whole energetic and physical body. So when I look at a house basement, to me it's like the emotional and the shadow and the underworld, if you will. It's like those parts of you that you keep hidden or restrained, or that you don't deal with. It's like what you've repressed and don't show to people or don't communicate. So, and then water is incredibly purifying and washes away the debris and the dirt. And then the pipes are, to me, symbolize the the meridians or the veins that pump the blood through the body. So to me, it was about a purifying of the blocked pathways and that in which I keep under wraps, if you will, and don't express or communicate or tell, speak my needs and whatnot. I also signify the basement with your root chakra. So root chakra is fears, stability, feeling safe, feeling protected, and your physical presence here in the world. So we've had a lot of root chakra stuff going on this past week, and lots of root chakra purging and clearing. So I felt that was very significant for me, as well as for the new moon in Gemini, considering it's about the dam bursting. It's time to release this pent-up stuff, especially emotions. And I know Gemini is associated with the emotions because it's the two faces, the two signs. So it's like kind of, you get one side, then you get another. So it's a lot going on about releasing those old emotional wounds, repression of the things that need to be vocalized, communicated. So powerful symbolism there. So I wasn't mad, and thankfully it wasn't as bad as it could be, but I got the message loud and clear, and hopefully Spirit will get that too, so I don't have to have any more examples of it. Hi, Kim. Hi, Doreen. So Donna says, my week is excellent. I worked with patience. That word, there you go. I've been told since January, everything is happening the way I want it to, even financially, smart moves. That's fantastic. You've got a lot of magic happening. I've seen beautiful new home. So good for you, sweetheart. Good for you. Yes, you moved to Randolph. My job, my photo business picking up. Decided to start online clothing site. But good for you. Look at you go. There you go. Our only limitations are us, guys. All right. And with that, we have Master 11 viewers. You're welcome. Okay. Queen of the Moon Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. So let's see what guidance comes forward for the collective good for the week of June 4th, 2019. There we go. Okay, so it's a number 9. So I like to talk a little bit about the magic of the numbers because while I'm not a numerologist, numbers do communicate messages to me, and I'm very much connected to their energy. So number 9 to me is all about the ending of a major chapter of our lives. It is the releasing of the old, or out with the old, so that we can begin the new. One thing that has been really prevalent for me this week, so far this week, it's only Tuesday, but it's been a couple of days. Especially doing what I do, we so often want to know what is the right decision for us? You know, what is the next step for us on our journey? And the answer is one that we don't really expect to hear. And it's whatever you want it to be. We get so stuck in this old way of thinking in the program that, you know, everything, you know, happens. It's like, you know, like it's like a destiny, like there's this set path that could happen. And while we do have contracts, we do have destinies, it's up to us, you know, whether or not we enter into things, and what we do is all our choice. It's all free will. And we are liberating ourselves now as a collective through the work that we've been doing, through this shifting energetically that's been occurring with the planet within our own personal, you know, within our own evolution as a collective. We've been shifting, and therefore it is about self-mastery, guys. So it's about taking life into your own hands and not waiting for confirmation or to be told how it's going to go or how it should go. We are the masters and the authors of our own lives. So this ending of the old is us stepping into that new awareness to see life through our own self as the creator. That you create your life and circumstances based on your choices. So there's no right or wrong answer. Sometimes choices do set us back, but it was an opportunity to learn more. It was more time to grow. So it's not a wrong answer. So now with that new awareness, you step forward and you create life. There's no predestined path now, if that makes sense, where there's contracted things that we have signed up to do, but the path is being created as you go. And that's something really beautiful and very profound. At least it was for me when I heard it, because it was like, you just surrender that way and you realize that you have the power. You choose and you create. So the 9, we're releasing the old. We're starting the new. What does the new look like to you? So our card, assessing. So it's time for you to assess what you want in this life, what you want to see in the world, and then you create it. Do I take the job? Do I not take the job? Do you want the job? If you want the job, take the job. You don't need the guaranteed outcomes. There's no such thing anyway. So assessing everything in your life up until this point, because the new chapter hasn't been written. So it's time to write it. You write based on what you want, what your heart calls to. So listen to that now. Listen to that more. You are your own master. Okay? So that is our message for the week. It's a pretty simple yet powerful one. Okay? Hello, Bridget. Right? Yes, Lauren. It's simple, but it packs a punch. And it's when that realization sunk in with me, I had like a light bulb moment, like, that's it? So there's no wrong answer? So I can do what I want? And harm none, obviously, because, you know, there's consequences. There's a cause and effect for everything, good and bad. Just keep that in mind. Hey, Jilly. Hello, Angie. And good for you. Congratulations, Donna. That's amazing. Good for you. I might have to reach out to you about that. I'm going to manifest that too. So yes, it's not up to chance. It's up to you. Okay? All right. So I just finished the Oracle message. You definitely want to catch this one back. So I did a little bit of announcements. We've got Reading Roulette Remix starting on Thursday. We've got some Reiki classes. So check things out. Check out the message because it's a potent one. And now we're moving into the mudras. So today I'm working with mudras for awakening the 5 elements. And this is by Alison De Nicola. So mudra is a Sanskrit word, and it actually translates to energetic seal. Hi, David. Oh, thank you for being here, and I'm glad that you appreciate them. Yeah, perfect timing, right? Okay, so it translates to seal. What I interpret seal as, not like the type of seal that you know, like a stamp on something. I see it as more like an energetic trigger. So our hands actually have very powerful, they're very powerful. We have palm chakras, and this is for those of you healers or interested in energy healing. These are magic right here. And then your fingers actually have activation or keys or triggers in them as well. So when you form these energetic seals with your hands, you channel in your intention as well as breathing. You actually channel energy into your energy centers or your chakra system. Now, each of your energy centers rules over the 4 main bodies, and each has a different function. So, for example, your root chakra rules over the physical body in the sense of the legs, the feet, the spine. Trying to think off the top of my head, the adrenal gland, and then then it works on the emotional body, which is where a lot of the causes actually come in at there. So your emotions in the state of your fears, your stability, you're feeling grounded, the mental aspect as well, which is all of that, the thoughts that go into the fears and the programming of the limiting beliefs, safe or unsafe. So that is the mental body. And then you also have the spiritual or light body. Excuse me. Being outside, there's so much pollen and people cutting grass and stuff, so my throat is a little, I'm sure you can hear it. So it works on all 4 of those bodies, and that spiritual or light body is what allows us to shift our consciousness and break through in the limited thinking of the old paradigm, if you will. So working through this actually allows you to embrace consciousness, expansion, higher awareness, enlightenment. So all 4 of the bodies are able to be addressed working with just 1 mudra and 1 chakra. Now, some of those mudras work with all of the chakras. So mudras are quite powerful. They actually do have physical, you can actually see the physical shift, or feel, I should say, not see, feel the physical shift within yourself working with mudras, especially for those people who suffer from like anxiety and panic attacks and a lot of fear or the inability to ground. Working with a mudra for your root chakra actually almost instantaneously alleviates that. So again, it's through these energy seals that we are channeling intention, and breathing into allows us to activate them and break through blockage. And as an energy healer, we know that most of the physical issues that come to you on your physical body are first coming to you in a metaphysical form through your emotional or mental body or your light body. So when you are able to work through those layers just with your hands, you can alleviate physical ailments and issues on your physical body. So they are very, very powerful. So powerful that sometimes they do come with a little bit of a caution, depending on, listening to one of the birds, depending on the actual mudra that you work with. Some of them do tend to overstimulate certain areas. So if you have trouble, let's say, already in like your digestive area or gastrointestinal, and you work with a solar plexus mudra, it can overstimulate that area. So it just has to give you a word of caution, even though it's not something that's going to make your worse. But I guess it's just to proceed with caution because of it over agitating it, if you will. All right. So very powerful. And it is a way to not only take the messages that you hear for the week, but take your power into your own hands and actually do something to apply the message or to facilitate the growth that needs to occur. Okay? All right. So how I like to do it is I pull a message or a mudra just the same as I do the message. And then I like to do it together. So I will show it to you and we will walk through it together, and then I will post a picture of it onto my actual Magickal Me page, and you can save it to your phone or whatever device you watch on and work with that mudra all week long. I'm telling you, you'll see the results working with it on a daily basis for just 5 minutes. Okay? All right. So what mudra comes forward for the collective good this week of June 4th, 2019, for what we most need? Speaking of, it's hard to see the color of this, looks like root chakra, and it is deepening. The name of the mudra is actually the, I can't even pronounce it, Divmukam. I don't know if I said that one right, Angie. Angie Walters from Crystal Essence Healings, tuning in right here in the comments. She actually works much more in depth with mudras, and so Angie likes to share really pertinent information that goes along with each mudra, because some of the mudras are actually connected to different gods or goddesses, and they have mantras and chants that you could do along with it. And so yeah, she's a little bit more up to par on this than I am, but I don't know if I'm saying it right. The I can't even pronounce it. Divmuka? It's wrong. Definitely wrong. But they got to have like one syllable, like break it down for you there. So it's clearly very connected to the root chakra because of the fact that it is red in color, or like that, you know, rusty red there color shows you that it's connected to your root chakra, and it is about deepening. So as soon as I hear deepening and just looking at that, it does make me feel like it's like deepening your physical presence, your connection to your physical body. And when we say your physical presence, it's like the alignment of the mind and body. Okay, thank you so much, Angie. Dvimukkam, is that right? Dvimukkam? Because it still doesn't feel right. Just what she said, okay? So it's about embracing a higher awareness in a physical presence. So it's about not walking around with the blindfold on, deepening the connection to self as the sirens go off. We'll wait a second for them to pass. Definitely got to be a symbolic message there, because it's the red fire trucks with the red sirens. Dvimukkam. Still don't know if I did it right. Okay. Assist with relaxation, support, restoration. I'm sure we all could use some of that. And we have 10 viewers, and it's a number 10, which is a number 1, and it's a rebirth, new beginnings, and forward movement. It facilitates deep relaxation, supports eliminatory and urinary and reproductive systems, slows and directs the breath into the pelvis, helpful for insomnia, and helps to improve memory. Hi, Amanda. Welcome. The element is earth. So again, your physical presence and physical connection to earth. So there is a caution with this one. Just going to let you know in advance. You choose to do this at your own discretion, okay? The caution is that it tends to lower your blood pressure. Now, if you're somebody who has high blood pressure, well, this is great. But if you're somebody who already has low blood pressure, then it's not so great, all right? So just so you know. So we will do this together. So how you do it is you actually raise the palms in front of the belly facing the midline, okay? Connect the tips of the ring and pinky fingers. Okay, ring and pinky fingers. Index fingers and thumbs are wide. Okay, let's see if I can look at this again. So they're just only two that are touching. So it's like you're kind of supporting your pelvis in your hands, if you will. That's how I'm seeing it, actually. Like we're supporting ourselves, which is funny because on my personal, actually I think I posted it here too. I did a little crystal grid the other day, and the grid, based on the crystals that I used, I actually heard that it was for supporting and loving myself. So for everyone that looked at that, it was, I am love, you know, like I love myself and I support myself. So it's very interesting. I was motivated to that just maybe 2 days ago. So hold it even with your midline here at the hip area. It was good for Gemini new moon as it reps 2 faces. Ah, yeah, Lynette, I hear you with the memory part too. And that's pretty awesome, Ange. We have the memory thing going on too over here. I heard it's a sign of ascension. I'm going to stick with it, probably, but I'm going to stick with it anyway. So you want to straighten your spine, drop your shoulders, and I'm going to have you close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose. And blow the breath out of your mouth. Being aware of your hands and their positioning. One more time, nice deep breath in. And release. Channeling your energy and awareness into your pelvis area. Last breath, breathe in and release. And you can state, with deep awareness, I allow relaxation to occur. With deep awareness, I allow relaxation to occur. With deep awareness, I allow relaxation to occur. And you can open your eyes. I don't know about all of you, but I do feel really relaxed, but also I saw deep, almost magenta red. It was very deep red, but it had like this beautiful hint of like a pink or a purple in there with it as I was working with it. So all week long, everybody, work with that at least once a day. Take a few moments to connect with the self, deepen the connection and the awareness of the self. And this is a great time to do that. And Angie says, surrender into serenity. And that is perfect. Okay? I will post the picture of it on my page, and feel free to steal it. I shouldn't steal. No stealing. It's no vibrating. Share it. Work with it. Okay? All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here and tuning in with me this Tuesday. And hopefully I will be seeing all of you, or some of you, over at Oracles of the Light live, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time for our Reading Roulette Remix. All right? Have a blessed week.